It feels like a long time since I posted. Trail Angel Pete dropped me just out of Aquadulca, a 10-mile skip. I covered the distance across to Hikertown in 4 days, hiking and camping by myself. Much of the landscape had once again been ravaged by fire. With no canopy cover, the wind was cold and relentless. There were some big water carries and big miles for my old legs.
Had a great night here at mile 465.9. Today I just thought I'd change it up a little bit because I should be putting all the heavy stuff in the bottom of my pack, and my food is definitely the heaviest stuff, so I've somehow got to make all that fit into here. So I'm just going to guess I'll stomp it down somehow. It'll be a bit of a pain at lunchtime having to pull everything out because the food's at the bottom. Awesome night here last night. Man, I was so tired. I feel tired every day really. But anyway, I've got to get to mile 478 up to the Green Valley fire station where there's meant to be some cute firemen, so I'll try and get you some footage, Michelle. It's 8 o'clock, 5 more minutes and I'll be packed up and ready to go. Shins are still sore. I've already taken ibuprofen this morning. We'll see how we go. Okay, it's Friday and yeah, I'm just walking. Look at all these, they look like Californian thistles. Hopefully Catherine Hayes could identify them from her flower watching book. I guess they're weeds, eh? Everything else has been burnt. And they're the first thing to come through. It's not a bad temp. It was terrible when I started, it was bloody hot, but it's 3 o'clock, so we're kind of right in the middle of the hot part. Stopped and had me orange, so that's probably lightened the load by about 200 grams. Not really feeling it today, hey? I think I'd rather still be at the Hilton. Shins are very, very sore, but not much I can do about that. I've just got to get back on my medication. So we're at 460.9. Jacob and the boys are going to be at 468. So I don't know whether I've got another 7 miles on there. I've pretty much been climbing for the last 5 miles. Anyway, we'll keep going. Our time is 10:40, been going for over 2.5 hours. Just thought I'd have a break. Not many cracking spots to have a break on. Lots of that poison oak around. About 7 miles to the fire station. It's like walking through tea tree. We climbed up to the top of this and then we've just been dropping down. When I say we, it's me, and I'm talking about myself in the third person. I'm at the Green Valley fire station, which is roughly 13.5 miles from where we started out today. I came in on absolutely zero water. Very lucky that these guys let us fill up water here. But Steph and Davo and Shawnee come up the driveway, and so I just went and did a bit of sign language to the bloke. Right, I'm going to get lots and lots of water and drink and eat because I'm starving and pretty grumpy. It is 5 o'clock at night and I've just left the fire station after getting some much needed water. I think I'm going to push another 5 miles. It'd be nice to be starting to set up camp between 6 and 6:30. That'll give me 45 minutes before it gets dark. Alright, it's 6:05 and this is where I'm going to stop for the night. It is mile 465.9. Have you ever seen a murder of crows? I wonder what they're doing. Getting ready to roost, I suppose. 6:30. It is the 1st of May and I had an absolutely cracking night up here. So we're at mile 482. So if I can knock off 17 miles today, I might be able to go past mile marker 500, which would be pretty cool. Shins are feeling good, and funnily enough, with these spongy shoes, my knees I'm not even feeling them, and the swelling seems to have gone down. Sunday drive. We're at mile 485.7 and how's this awesome person? Old Richard does water and sometimes there's cookies, but I guess Gina and her friend ate them all. Cool, have a break here, check out how much water I need, get rid of me rubbish. 14.3 to cross the 500 mile mark. So I got down to that water cache. I was absolutely starving, so I made some rice even though I'd had 2 packets of oats and banana, and then made it up to the spring. It was just a slow trickle and there's 2 other people in front of me, so that was a bit of a pain. Had some more to eat and then use my cooking pot to fill up the water, and just going to go another 11 miles today. There's a nice campsite, so I won't quite cross the 500 mile mark, and then that'll leave me about 19 into Hikertown tomorrow. It's coming to the end of another day on the old PCT. My left shin is pretty bad. Been having to walk down backwards some of the slopes, but I've only had 2 lots of ibuprofen. So anyway, this is quite pretty, isn't it? In contrast to that moonscape that was around the other side. Just shows you what the old fires can do. Doesn't look like there's been any through here. Get all this beautiful undergrowth coming through. This one here with the big leaf is called something lettuce. Anyway, so I think we're 0.1 away from camp, and that will leave a big number tomorrow to try and make it to Hikertown. Hikertown is just I don't know whether it's someone's house or what the story is, but you can grab a shower there, you can pitch a tent, and there's wonderful people shuttling hikers into a store, which once again the Americans jazz up and call it a market. I don't think there's much there, but we'll see how we go. Do a resupply there, and then head out across the desert, heading towards Tehachapi. I think that's at about 5-7 miles. Right, roughly 16 miles. Might be a slight exaggeration, but what guy doesn't exaggerate? It is 12:05 on the 2nd of May. We've been going for nearly 9 miles now. Got away quite early and then had to get water 4.5 miles later. But we're starting to descend, as you can see, just come through Horse Camp. We've walked past mile 500. And that is what we're going to be walking across and up that range there. So we're going to be in the desert for the next 260 miles. I'm going to go for another 55 minutes and see what I can knock off this total. I got to walk 19 miles to get into Hikertown or whatever it's called, so it'd be good to get there before dark. The old shins are starting to play up. Okay, so here we are at the PCT famous Hikertown. I'm not real sure what to expect here, but I can see the Australian flag flying. That's pretty cool. So this is Hikertown. All these little themed, I'm not sure if they're all accommodation, but a lot of them are. I think it's about $20 to $30 to stay in these the night. Yeah, so it's free to stay here. If you have a shower, you pay $5. Yeah, it's a pretty cool setup. They do tamales, which is like a cornbread wrapped in a sweet corn husk leaf. And then they come and pick you up to take you to the shop down the road, which has got good resupply. Australian flag. Apparently the owner's wife bought heaps of flags and they put a random one up every week. Last night there was probably about 30 people here. 2 o'clock this morning, everyone pulled up stumps and took off. In the crazy wind, we just camped around the back. It's time to pack up, head out. The wind's definitely dropped off, so it's probably going to keep dropping off. We've got about 17 miles to the first water. Hopefully there's loads of water there. Okay, it is the 3rd of May and we're heading out from Hikertown. Just going to walk with Hendrik and Stefan. Had a pretty good morning, got some laundry done, had a shower. Now we've got 2.5 days of hell walking through the desert along the PCT famous aqueduct. We've got 17 miles to the next water source. It's 12:15, so it's going to be warm for the next 3 to 4, but honestly it's pretty cool today. That's where we're going, out there and then around to the right to the Windmills, and then we climb up over those hills there and into Tehachapi, which is roughly about 44 miles. So hoping to knock that off in 2.5 days. Left Hikertown, turned right, walked along the aqueduct, and now I'm walking along the top of it. These massive metal sheets, these deadly rivets. I'm not sure how far this is going to be. Looks like at least a mile. Yeah, I can't believe I'm actually doing this. See this in a few videos. It's about 5:15 in the evening, and I think we've done about 12 miles. Followed the aqueduct, but I think this might be a water tank under here, because every half mile or so there's a big concrete box in it, so it's definitely not a road. All the solar arrays out across the desert. Stefan's back there having a good day, having a bit of a giggle. It's only like 2.5 days to Tehachapi. I think we're going to go at least till 17 and then reassess the camp situations like there. It really hasn't been hot or any hotter than any other day. This has pretty much been the landscape. Not sure if they're Joshua trees or yuccas. Pretty boring walking through the desert, but it's definitely going to start cooling down in another hour, so that'll be nice. We'll get to that water and have something to eat. 4th of May. It is 20 past 8 and there's Stefan always trying to hog the camera. How cool is this, walking through these Joshua trees? They've got beautiful seed pods on them. Thought it was going to be crazy windy last night, but it was perfect and it was warm for the desert, so it's a good start. We've only got a light day today, we've only got to do 14. Shin's going pretty good after a pretty much 99% flat day yesterday. I did navigation. Yeah, this wind farm is incredible. We're going to climb up over those hills there and start heading to Tehachapi.
We hiked beside thousands of solar panels and hundreds of gigantic wind turbines for the entire 3 days. The wildflowers are next level beautiful amongst this dry, arid landscape. My pictures won't go close to portraying how beautiful they truly are. It was fun being back in a small pack of hikers. It's less stressful, breaks are more enjoyable, and knowing that if you don't turn up to camp, someone may come looking for you is reassuring.